conscious, subconscious, and electromagnetic communications and vibratory rates and force fields. But when you are cut off and you feel like you ain't nothing, and you don't respect your womb, and you have to come back. Now there's nothing wrong with education, because I have to come back and get mine to function in this system. But when you feel that that is the only way that you can function and make your money and get a degree and survive, and that you can cut yourself off from the sacredness of your melanin, you can cut yourself off from the knowledge of where you came from, because although we are classified, many of us are classified as a part of the same race, we do not have the same lineage. We do not have the same cell code memory. Even if you if you break down the code in our DNA and somebody analyzes their blood, all of us are not from the same tribes in Africa. There were black people that lived in Europe. There were black people that lived in Iraq. There were black people that ran North America Moors before white folks even knew how to get over here. Yeah? I don't think that y'all really focus on. I don't think you know that, because it hasn't been a prerequisite to be given this information. So when you deal with sperm, the very consciousness of a sperm cell is very psychic, and it is very metaphysical. And if a woman is in her vagina power, before she even lays down with a man and have him ejaculate sperm into her mouth, into her anus, into her vagina, she can actually read everything about that man's energy field to tell you where he's been, what he's done, what he hasn't done, and what he is about. That is how divine I'm trying to tell you that you are queen, goddess of color. And that's how the divinity of the genetic information that your man carries, that now he has an amnesia about. He's asleep to that. And everybody ain't gonna wake up. We ain't gonna all make it to the promised land. But what I'm trying to get you to see is that if you realize that you are waking up for some reason, because many people think they watch my videos to laugh, because I ain't got nothing else better to do. So I'm not bringing her to you tonight. Because I think a lot of you, you realize maybe I'm something else. Maybe, you know what, I don't know. When every man get up, on your videos, realize that this is expanding to realize that you're more than what you're carrying yourself, and you know that you are divine. Beyond the third of what you think is vibrate and quiver and salivate and pop and lock and drive. Before you look beyond that and see, what is this? Who is this? And what are they bringing to me? And the same thing for the men. There's a lot of men, some of your penises should not be penetrating these women's vaginas because their vibration is too low and they are defiled. Many of them don't even know who they are. And a lot of people say, well, why are the good people getting with the bad people? Why are the good women getting lost? Why are the nice guys getting with the slutty women? Because your vibrational rate is here and one is there, and you are so out of touch with the knowledge of the higher levels of yourself that you are not moving to the same vibrational level that that person is vibrating and pulsating and operating on, so that you will align with like mind. Many people, you're unequally yoked and you're blaming the person, you're the women, and you're blaming the men. But what I'm trying to say is us, because it begins with us. And it ends with us. None of these men would be in here under the sound of my voice unless they came through the womb of a woman. She laid down and she consented, unless she was raped. If she was not raped, she consented to that process. She allowed that incubation, that gestation, and she brought forth that God-man child from her sacred universe. So now at this point, we have to move in that divinity. I don't care what nobody said you ain't. I don't care what nobody else said based on the color of your skin or where you came from. Like, I made it very clear. You can't embarrass me by it. I came from the ghetto. And I'm very proud of my grandmama. She took very good care of me. I am the product of a rape or alleged rape. My mother told me that when I was this high. But instead of letting people try to diminish me or pick at me, I shared it on YouTube with the Jackie Wilson experience, and my mother allegedly met Jackie Wilson and had a relationship with him. At one point, she was saying that he forced himself on her when she was in his hotel. And some people try to put me down about that and say, well, you're not this or you're not that. And what I'm saying is, I know that everything happens for a reason. So if I am here because of a rape, I'm going to show you what rape babies do. I know that. It just makes me more aware of women that have been traumatized, that have been abused. It makes me more aware, especially being left as a single mother with a son to raise on my own in the ghetto again. Repeating that same cycle when I didn't know who I was, when I didn't know what I was born to be, just thinking, oh, your life is a waste because your mother was raped and, you were poor and you're on welfare, that's it. Now, I'm glad I went through those things because I can identify with that struggle. And I don't try to put on airs or try to not talk to someone because you're here and someone else is considered there because they have a degree or they live in a certain neighborhood, or well, I'm just going to hang out with this particular class, particular race of people. What I'm here to say that your circumstances, the way you got here, doesn't matter. What matters is when you do your thing. And you dust it off and you spank it in a way that no one else can ever do that, because we're all unique. We all have our own DNA unless we're twins, and we all have our own fingerprints. So we have to find out what we are carrying, that higher spiritual, psychic, medical level of ourselves, and what we brought here to share with everyone else to elevate the consciousness of the nation. It's not about taking away, but unfortunately a lot of our people here that want to hurt each other. They don't care they have HIV. They don't care they have herpes. They don't mind passing it to you. They don't mind lying to you about the fact that they don't have times. It's a lot of our people that are in a destructive state because of self-hatred, and they have a very distorted image of their own self. They don't like the image and the likeness of God they were given. So we have to be on guard, women, because the last time I checked a few days ago, the black woman in Atlanta and nationwide and worldwide is the one that has been infected by HIV than any other race of woman on this planet at this time. It tells me not just our men are out of order and filled with self-hatred and dysfunction. They can't come out and be who they are, and they don't have enough respect for their own penis and their own sperm. They don't see any sacredness and divinity in it about being careful about whose seed they drop and who they do it with. They're not telling you. And they don't care to tell you. So it creates another generation of annihilation on so many different levels. So I'm asking you, woman, what you gonna do? Because we can't blame God. You can, but what is it gonna do? It's gonna stop you from going to the clinic and get that result? Or because you got hot and you didn't feel like you could stop because the conditions seemed so right, you didn't have to use a condom, you didn't have to ask him, let's go get a test, let's wait till next week, and then you get something and you're mad at him. When are we going to stop acting like babies and, like I said, little children looking for their mama? Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. How long we going to be a motherless child? Your mama ain't came, she ain't coming. So I ain't no boy, let's press this out. Is let you know when you do check out, the membership is free. Y'all please go to my vaginapowertv.com site and become members. I have the store there because I do write about these things, and I have a lot of lectures. These girls right here know, because I gave them all my lectures when we did hung out and ate. And
Piccadilly.
Yeah. Yeah, we like the ghetto food.
Okay.
Well, I have my lectures, my books on CD, Vagina Power Volume 1, The Theoric Anatomy, Vagina Power Volume 2, My Life, which talks about my life, my struggles, things I've gone through. All of the things that you see on YouTube, a lot of people are thinking those are just like 2-3 minute clips. No, those belong to DVDs. So you can check my stuff out in my store, and you can contact me on YouTube, MySpace. But what I wanted to do, since I see so many people here that I don't know, I wanted to give you the opportunity before time ran out. If you had any questions, and we can dialogue back and forth with questions, I want to do that.